Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to see the story of one of the most inspiring Tamil films, VIP, Velailla Pattadari. This is the story of a young engineering graduate who has talent, knowledge and dreams but no job, and how he transforms from a frustrated, unemployed youth into a successful and respected professional. Let's begin. Introduction of Raghuvaran. Raghuvaran is a simple engineering graduate from a middle class family. He is intelligent, hardworking, and has a strong understanding of his field. But there is one major problem in life. He is unemployed. Despite completing his degree with good knowledge, he struggles to find a job. Companies reject him again and again. But because he lacks talent, but because he lacks experience, this becomes a painful reality for him. Everywhere he goes, he hears the same answers: you are not selected, we need experienced candidates, or try next time. Slowly, Raghuvaran starts losing confidence. Family pressure. At home, his situation is even more difficult. His father does not understand his struggles. He constantly compares Raghuvaran with his younger brother, who is successful and earns well. His father believes success means only money and stable income. Because of this, he often criticizes Raghuvaran and questions his abilities. This creates emotional distance between father and son. However, his mother is completely different. She believes in him deeply. She supports him emotionally and tells him that one day he will become successful. Her faith becomes the only source of strength for Raghuvaran. Daily struggles. Days pass, but Raghuvaran's situation does not improve. He attends multiple interviews. He prepares well every day, every time, but still gets rejected. Each rejection makes him feel weaker. He starts questioning himself. He wonders if his degree is useless, if his dreams are unrealistic, and if he is meant to fail forever. Even then, he does not completely give up. Deep inside, he still wants to succeed. Turning point. First job opportunity. One day, Raghuvaran gets an opportunity to work in a construction company, but the job is not what he expected. It is a low-level position with no respect and limited responsibility. The company is owned by a powerful and strict businesswoman. At the workplace, Raghuvaran is ignored by others. People do not take him seriously, but he does not react emotionally. Instead, he quietly observes everything. He begins to understand how the system works. Slowly, he starts using his intelligence to solve some problems, small problems. His ideas are practical and effective. Even though people do not immediately appreciate him, his work begins to speak for itself. Personal life and support. During this time, Raghuvaran meets his neighbor Shalini. Shalini is kind, understanding, and supportive. She is behind his job status and understands his true potential. Encourages him during his difficult phase and tells him that failure is temporary. Her presence brings emotional stability into his life. For the first time in a long time, Raghuvaran feels understood. Discovery of corruption. As Raghuvaran continues working in the company, he discovers a serious issue. The construction company is involved in corruption. They are using poor quality materials for buildings in order to save money and increase profit. This means that the buildings being constructed are unsafe and could collapse in the future, risking many lives. Raghuvaran is shocked. He realizes that this is not just a small mistake, it's a dangerous crime. He decides that he cannot stay silent. Conflict begins. Raghuvaran tries to raise his concerns, but nobody listens to him. The higher authorities in the company are powerful and connected. They are not ready to accept the truth. Instead, they try to silence him. They warn him to stay within limits and not interference in company matters. At this point, Raghuvaran faces major decision. He can either stay silent and keep his job, or stand for the truth and risk everything. He chooses truth. Risking struggle, Raghuvaran begins collecting evidence against the corruption. He studies the construction process carefully, gathers proof, and understands how the system is being misused. At the same time, pressure increases on him. He faces opposition from powerful people who try to stop him at every step. But he does not back down. His confidence slowly transforms into courage. He is no longer just an unemployed youth. He becomes a responsible professional who stands for justice. Final battle. The conflict reaches its peak. Raghuvaran exposes the corruption in front of everyone. The major confrontation happens between him and the company management. The truth comes out clearly. The unsafe construction practices are revealed. People realize the seriousness of the situation. Even though Raghuvaran faces threats and pressure, he does not step back. He stands firm until the end. Climax and resolution. In the end, justice wins. The corrupt practices are exposed, and action is taken against those responsible. Raghuvaran's courage is finally recognized. The same people who ignored him earlier now respect him. His father, who once doubted him, finally understands his worth. He realizes that success is not only about money, but also about character, intelligence, and integrity. The emotional distance between father and son disappears. The family becomes united again. Final transformation. Raghuvaran continues his journey and becomes a successful and respected engineer. But more importantly, he becomes a responsible individual who uses his knowledge for the benefit of society. He helps others, supports ethical practices, and proves that talent combined with honesty can overcome any obstacle. Conclusion. This is not just a story about unemployment, it is a story about patience, self belief, struggle, and victory. Raghuvaran teaches us that failure is not permanent, rejection is not the end, and society may ignore you today, but your time will come. If you are struggling in life, remember this: do not stop, do not forgive, keep learning, keep trying, because success is always comes to those who refuse to quit. Thank you.